With Sonic the Hedgehog 2 basically right around the corner, I thought we might as well dip our toes into the little pit we call the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise and discover alternate matchups for multiple characters across the series. This is for Death Battle, by the way, so I guess I'm never truly done with that series. Anyway, let's get on with it. Archie Sonic vs. Xeno Goku. Is it Xeno or Xeno? I can never tell. This was the only actual Sonic vs. Goku matchup that I care about. There's regular game Sonic vs. Goku, which is a stomp for Goku. Then there's classic Sonic vs. Kid Goku, which is a stomp for Sonic. This one seems a little bit more equal. They're both basically the overpowered versions of Goku and Sonic, who exist in different timelines, or different universes, or whatever. And they are, well, insanely powerful. It's basically one of their defining character traits. I actually like this matchup. Not as much as Wally versus Archie Sonic, but then again, I don't really like Wally versus Archie Sonic as the episode itself. It's slow, and after Goku Black versus Reverse Flash, I feel like they can really nail the speed for Archie Sonic and not just have him be another cape shit character like in Wally versus Sonic. There's actually not. I mean, Animation Rewind already did this as an episode, which was actually pretty good in my opinion. I mean, I do think it was a bit weird how Ultrasonic was used, since that's not really his defining powers. I mean, most of his powers are down in the episode of Goku versus Sonic that Animation Rewind did. Sonic basically just like stops time, teleports Goku in front of a spirit bomb, and wins. Spoilers. Which isn't really how Ultrasonic works. It is how it works, but it's not really his defining trait. His defining trait is the fact that he's like Supersonic, and he also has the bonus ability of manipulating the manipulating the atoms and rewriting them to be whatever he wants. So, like, he could, like, turn beams of energy into, like, water, create stones out of air, shoot fire, turn things into turn the environment into ice, and a lot of things, really. That's actually one thing I did sort of like, even if they didn't use it a lot in Wally vs. Sonic, was the fact that Ultrasonic basically, he did do his atomic manipulation kind of thingy, which I really did like from that episode. That's like 1-2 things I liked from the episode. Yeah, if you haven't caught on at this point, I'm not a big fan of the episode. Not because I think it's wrong, it's not wrong. There are just a few things that kind of hold it back a lot. So, hopefully this episode can give us a fast-paced battle like Goku Black versus Reverse Flash, and make it so that the power of these characters is really sold well. Because that's two things I want from the animation if this ever does get made, which probably will get made. Speed, the speed for Archie Sonic portrayed well, and the sheer power of these two characters. That's what I mostly want from this episode, if it does get made, which it probably will get made, because, well, it's a pretty good matchup. Even if I do like Wally versus Sonic as a matchup more than this one, but hey, it would be a great way to introduce Xeno Goku instead of just having him go up against Goku or another Superman, so there's that. Knuckles the Echidna versus Yang Xiaolong from RWBY. Two hot-headed fighters who typically tend to punch things a lot. Yeah, Yeah, I really like this idea. I mean, yeah, it's obvious Knuckles stomps, but hey, that's a victory in my book because Knuckles is my favorite Sonic character, and nothing will ever change my mind. But their characters, their little traits can like bounce off of each other with them being very hot-headed and just blaming the things on each other. Something like that could happen. We could see Yang's shotgun blasts and Knuckles' explosion punching things, whatever, I don't know. And what might probably be my favorite part, Yang's semblance clashing with Hyper Knuckles, or Super Knuckles, or whatever. That'd be pretty cool to see. And, of course, the hand-to-hand combat would be pretty good. Just, don't make it like Yang versus Tifa, because that episode is garbage, and no one will ever tell me otherwise. Do it more like Knuckles versus Donkey Kong. Like, have a sprite episode. You could probably make, like, custom sprites for Knuckles. Do, like, what they did for, like, Archie Sonic and Wally versus Archie. That'd be pretty cool, I guess. But yeah. I definitely think this is one of my more favorite matchups. I might have to make another list of matchups I want to see in Death Battle again, because this is definitely up there. Hi. This is post-production me. I just now I noticed that both Yang and Knuckles have purple eyes. I'm not saying it's a matchup made in heaven, but then again, I mean, come on, that's just too much of a coincidence. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled video. Miles Tails Prower versus Izuku Deku Midoriya. Both are hero admirers who admire the main hero in their respective universe, which is Sonic and All Might, although Deku becomes the main hero, but whatever. They're both the subject of bullying due to a certain disability, like Deku having no quirk or Tails having two tails, and they're both known by their nickname rather than their first name, which is Tails and Deku. Yeah, I really like this matchup. I think it's a lot better than Luigi versus Tails 2. I still want that, but this is better. So if we get this instead, I won't mind. And just, I think this is just a much better and way cooler matchup in general. It's very rare you get to see a matchup where a Sonic character goes up against a My Hero Academia character, unless we're talking about Mighty versus Kirishima, but that one's not very good, and I came up with that one, so... And this is another instance of a Sonic character fighting their favorite anime. First one was Shadow vs. Ryuko, second one better be this. Unfortunately, we won't get Sonic versus Sonic. Unless we do like a Sonic Battle Royale, but that won't count. Or I guess Eggman versus Tokyo Ghoul would work. Oh man, now I legitimately want that. I think I have a better Eggman matchup though. You'll see it when we get to it. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, that's all I really have to say for this. Yeah. Tails probably wins, which is cool because I like Tails and not really a big fan of My Hero Academia. I was, but the series kind of got boring a bit. So, yeah, let's continue. Shadow the Hedgehog versus Sasuke Uchiha. Edgy rivals to their perpetuatively positive counterparts, who have a fondness for black and red, apparently. I mean, Sasuke is more of a purple guy, but whatever. This was the only matchup I could think for Shadow, okay? Literally, that's all I could think of. I mean, I guess being, like... Well, I mean, Shadow's not really the loss of his race. He's kind of... He's like... There's more hedgehogs, and Sasuke... There's, like, Madara, but he dies, I think. And then there's his kids and stuff, but... Whatever, I don't really know Naruto. I'm pretty sure Shadow wins. He probably does win. Another Shadow W. I think he deserves it because of the last time the last few times. I mean, Shadow vs. Vegeta, good episode. Shadow vs. Mewtwo, banished it to the depths of hell. It deserves to live there for the rest of eternity. Oh my god, this is getting way too tedious. This is the second Sonic vs. anime character I have on my list. And there's at least one more. Get ready. Espio the Chameleon versus Boruto Uzumaki. Both the ninjas who like the color pink or magenta or purple or whatever. I don't know. This was the only one I can think for Espio that wasn't Espio versus Greninja, okay? Because Greninja has a way better matchup with Rano, so... Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the Lost Sonic vs. anime. So, there's that. I don't really have much to say on this. They're both ninjas. It's actually pretty equal, though I'm pretty sure Espio stomps or wins. I could be wrong, probably wrong. I'm always wrong about things, so correct me in the comments. Please do, because if you don't, then no one will. Can you tell I'm slowly going insane with this video? Because I am! Sally Acorn versus Makoto Nijima. Yeah. I saw a matchup similar to this on the on the Death Battle Fanon wiki. It was Shadow versus Makoto, and someone said this was a better matchup, and I'm inclined to agree. I don't really know the connections since I could care less about Persona 5, and I've read a few Archie comics, but I'm not really that. I don't really know a lot about Sally. Most of my reading of them was just, oh look, it's Sonic and he's running. That's it. I understood nothing. I just looked at the pictures and it was really pretty, so I liked it. I was very young when I read them. Okay. I read the archives, the Sonic the Hedgehog archives volumes and stuff, and I just was like, oh, those are really pretty colors, and Dr. Eggman looks weird, but that's okay. I'll get used to it, and that's about it. I'm pretty sure, though, Sally probably wins because Sword of Acorn is busted or something like that, I don't know. So, yeah. I guess if I had to find connections, it would be the love interest of the main character who is stupidly overpowered. And I know you can choose multiple romance options in Persona 5, but I don't give a crap. This is how much of the very little craps I give. Oh, and they're also both tied to royalty, I guess, because Sally's a princess and Makoto's nickname is Queen or something, I don't know. I really don't care about Persona 5. I just think this matchup is cool. Better than Joker versus Giorno, or not as good as Joker versus the Batman Who Laughs, though. So, let's continue on, because this next one is probably my favorite out of all of these. Jim Carrey Dr. Robotnik versus Jim Carrey Riddler. Oh my god, I love this matchup so much. I was thinking of something for Dr. Eggman or Dr. Robotnik or whatever, and then this one just came out of the blue and just smacked me in the face, and was just like, hey, you could do this one. So I did, and I love it. I'm pretty sure the connections just boil down to, it's Jim Carrey playing a sort of mad genius kind of role, because, I mean, the Riddler in the Batman Forever movie, I think it was Batman Forever, I can't remember, he was smart, he was quite smart, and so is Jim Carrey Dr. Robotnik. I think it's pretty obvious that Jim Carrey Dr. Robotnik just totally wins, but I just couldn't not do this matchup. This is so funny. I love it to pieces. Oh my god. Can we start a petition to actually get this into an episode of Death Battle? Please, because this is amazing. You can think anything about this matchup all you want, I just want it in. I love it so much. It's stupid and it's fun and I love it. Oh man. I haven't been this excited for an episode, or for a fictional idea since forever, man. Like, good lord. I guess the closest one would be Lloyd Garmadon versus Avatar Aang, but, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's never gonna happen. Because we can't get some cool stuff in Death Battle, unfortunately, so this is gonna have to be my next most wanted. Anyway, moving on. Metal Sonic versus Ultron. Both incredible pieces of technology invented by really, really smart guys in their respective universes who occasionally, or in Metal's case, occasionally, in Ultron, just all the time, betrays their creator and tries to destroy everything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ultron stomps because, Ultron beats Sigma, and Metal lost to Zero, and Sigma beats Zero, and Zero loses to Sigma, and Sigma, and it's just insanity, man. I think there's a lot of cool things you could do. You can obviously have, like, the different Ultrons. You can have Metal Sonic in his different forms, like Metal Sonic Neo, and, like, Metal Overlord. You can have a fight with a giant Ultron 7. That'd be pretty cool. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all I really want to say. Yeah, that's it. These last two were suggested to me by some of my friends on Twitter. They'll know who they are. And if they're watching this, they do watch my videos. Hi, guys. I used your ideas. Thank you very much. This one was by @StarHeartedLove on Twitter. The Eggman Empire versus the Haltman Works Company from Kirby. This is probably the only Kirby versus Sonic matchup that I like. So, yeah. Similarities are two massive groups, I guess. I mean, the Haltman Works Company is more of a business, while the Eggman Empire is more of like a military kind of thing. Who use robots and other sort of cyber beings to conquer worlds. You can obviously have a lot, like you have like the Eggman Empire's fleet, like the giant death egg robot from Sonic Forces. You can even have that, like the you can even throw Star Dream in there. It's pretty cool. Not sure who wins. Yeah, that's about it. Not really sure who wins. So yeah, go follow @StarHeartedLove on Twitter. He was the one who came up with this, and that's really cool. He's a cool dude. You'll probably like him. He talks a lot about Kirby, so I like him, obviously. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit versus Mighty the Armadillo. Both were old designs of the main protagonists, who were later rejected and replaced with the ones we see to this day. Both were stuck as old designs, while the other ones became mascots of the company that created them, until one day they were used to create a completely different character with a different and more stubborn personality to the main protagonist. They also rarely appear on their franchise. This was submitted to me by @TheOnlyTenebre, and if you're watching this, bro, hi. I actually think, after he suggested this to me, I definitely think this is a way better Mighty matchup than I had. I had Mighty the Armadillo versus Kirishima from My Hero Academia. There's a joke to be made about how Mighty's favorite character in My Hero Academia was Kirishima, because they're both super strong and both have really tough skin. And they both have an affinity for the color red. But this matchup is just generally a lot better. Don't know who wins. Probably Mighty, I want to say, because I do quite like him. And yeah, that's really all I have to say on this subject. I just think this is a really cool matchup. Remember when I said I had only had 2 matchups to talk about left and I just discussed 2? Well, I lied. There's one more matchup. And that matchup is Sonic the Hedgehog versus Sash Lilac from Freedom Planet. This was suggested to me by the Potato King on Twitter. These last 3 matchups have been from Twitter, specifically. I know, but I couldn't think of anything else, so this is what you're getting. I do think this is a better matchup than Flash versus Sonic and Goku versus Sonic. I mean, I suppose if you used End of Frieza Saga Goku versus current Sonic, it'd be a little more fair, but I don't really know. I don't think Death Battle doesn't typically do that kind of stuff. So it had to be like it would have to be a really special occasion, and even then we have Xeno Goku versus RG Sonic. So the connections between these two are super fast characters from 2D platformers, or sometimes 3D in Sonic's case, but we tend to forget about most of those, who go super duper fast. They are also both anthropomorphic animals, and I don't know, they wear gloves. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about this matchup, so I guess we're gonna end things off with a compilation of all the matchups I made while Live and Learn plays in the background, because that song is a banger, and I love it, and you guys are gonna get to love it as well. So thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video, which will probably just be this one, but for Kirby, because I love Kirby. It's like my favorite series ever, and Forgotten Land has gotten me hyped, so yeah. See you later. Take care, everybody.